Hi, everybody. Welcome to the weekly live stream known as the FNL, Friday Night Live. I've been looking at y'all's comments saying hello to each other, and that always makes me so happy. I'm glad that you all are here. And yes, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. And the day after Christmas, Hanukkah begins. So happy Hanukkah as well. It's that time of year where we're all celebrating that we hold close to our heart. And I'm glad that you all are here on this Friday before the holiday week next week. And we've got a lot to talk about tonight. And oh, good. Gypsy Minstrel said they made it to Quartzsite last week. And Kathy, I was really glad to see you on here and saw that you're baking, doing some holiday baking. And Norman was the second person to leave a comment, and he was my first channel member. So welcome, Norman, as always. And that's always going to be such a special honor that you were my first channel member. Thank you for that. And Richard is on, Lori C., Text in Lulu from cool and sunny Central Texas. And, I've had people say, I can't stand the introductions and the hellos. And it's like, when do you go to somebody's house and not greet them? That's weird to me. But anyway, Megan is here, and Lori says she had withdrawal, and that's what Kathy said too. And I honestly, it took 10 days to get over whatever we had. It was crazy. And today is the first day that I've really felt above 70 or 80%. It was just crazy. And yes, Pup Camper, it's 76 right now where we are in Quartzsite. That's why it's like so I had to put the curtain over my door, because normally that's open, but it would be too bright for the computer screen if I did. And I'm not sitting outside because this time of day, almost every day, the wind kicks up. And so I was like, I'm not even going to try and battle it. I'm just not right now. And let me see. Hey, Vicky Van Gogh is in the house. I love my moderators, Pup Camper 58 and Vicky Van Gogh. Y'all rock. And I appreciate you so much. And Robin is here. Robin, sure do appreciate you and always your supportive comments on social media and YouTube and on Patreon. You're just the best. So she says it's 60 there in New Orleans with the sun setting. We're feeling much better, Robin. Thank you so much. It was a long haul, and I don't know if you can tell or not, but I'm still a little congested, but it's so nothing like it was. Hi, Renee. Good to see you. Mike and Lisa's Excellent Adventure. Interesting. I love that name. That's a cool name. Hello. Linda Moreland, currently in Texas. Seeds, Soil, and Sunshine. That's hard for me to say. Seeds, Soil, and Sunshine. What a lovely name. I love it. Yes, I'm glad we're feeling better too. RVing with G. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you on here. Vicky Van Gogh says quietly waves to Frugy, who is hiding in the background. Well, let's just make her not hide. Like, I'm going to wave. And when she wants to be on screen, she can put the peace sign out or something. Hey. So Lori says it's been really windy around Denver. Yeah, I talked to my bestie and trustee David. That's where he lives, and he said it's been crazy. I didn't talk to him, texted with him. Oh, Connecticut, Christine says cold weather protocol and emergency shelter is part of CERT. That's crazy. Y'all take care and stay warm and safe. And thank you, Robin. That's so sweet. Ace's Doggy Inn. Now I know that name. Where have we met? Ace's Doggy Inn. Did I meet you at Tyson Wells last year? I can't remember. Yes, thank y'all for asking for the thumbs up. That's awesomeness. And RVing with G. I've already said hi to you, but it's really good to see you on here. Okay, so you guys, you know how memories on Facebook and everything pop up? Well, this was from, I think, 2018. Hi, Melanie. Good to see you. This was from 2018. And this is about a mile from where we're currently. Oh, yes, that's who I thought you were. Right. Yeah, on the very last day, Ace, I remember that. And y'all be sure and check them out. They're great, great folks. And we just enjoyed our interaction with them so much. So thank you, Ace's Doggy Inn. Anyway, this cactus is about a mile from where we're camped. And I haven't camped there since Phoenix. Well, she at the time was not Freebird. What was the name of Phoenix before she died? Not Freebird. No, she was Freebird. So Fancy Free was my van. And then when I got this RV, I named her Freebird. And that was the last camp that Freebird was at, where that cactus is. And for those of y'all who don't know what I'm talking about, there's a video where Freebird died and she got resurrected as Phoenix, which is still the same RV I'm in. But that cactus just looked like Rudolph. It needs like a red dot there on I had sworn that before I knew I wasn't ever going to get to go back there, and before Freebird died, I was going to get a red ball and try to put on the tip nose of it's not a jumping cholla, but it is a cholla, Christine. You're right. It's now I can't remember what kind. Chain cholla. Grace is in Laguna Beach. I used to live in Laguna Beach, Grace. I didn't know you were there. I knew you were close by because we had talked about that, but hi, good to see you. Yeah, that is a chain cholla for sure. The jumping chollas are the kind that you go by and something, you don't even have to get that close to them, and they literally, there's pods that will come off the cactus and fly out towards you, and it's something about the static or the movement or something, and they're called jumping chollas, and they will get you. It is, Lori. And so when I'm out hiking with Bandit or something, I'm always on the lookout for jumping chollas. The others will get you, but you have to rub up against them. The jumping chollas, you don't. Judy is in Central California, Judy Connolly, and says it's cold, damp, and foggy there. So in wishing everybody a happy holiday, I want to announce it will be the last mini meetup of 2024. And I told my patrons and my channel members about it today. But you guys mark your calendars. If you, I'll answer that in a minute, Christine. Mark your calendars if you are anywhere near Quartzsite. You guys plan on joining me for a mini meetup. It will be at Gringo's from 11 to 1 on Friday the 27th. And I will be posting more information about that this weekend. And like I said, KOKO Fam members got the information and the address and everything earlier. But I will post that on social media this weekend, and maybe even right after Christmas, so that if you're in the area, hopefully you can come join us and we can celebrate the holidays and pre-New Year's together. But it will be my last mini meetup of 2024. Now, I didn't make a photo or anything for it, but my first event in 2025 is QIA on January 4th, Saturday. And so don't forget, you can always go to my website, debradickinson.com, and look at the events calendar and see where I'm going to be. Kathy, you are so funny. Here I come. And so that will be the first thing in 2025. But you guys, look, I don't know if anybody that is here in the Quartzsite area has gotten the Desert Messenger newspaper, but this should be an ad that I ran both in December and in January. It will be out next month in the Desert Messenger newspaper. And then I'm also going to have this same ad in the Tyson Wells directory. And so if y'all have that paper, if you're in the area and y'all get to see that, will you contact me through my website, through my contact form on my website, and let me know, because I haven't seen the paper anywhere. And I really want to know that my ad is out there running. But that is going to be after QIA. QIA is the 4th. And then this one is, as it says on the ad, January 17 through 26. And it's during the big tent, but I'm across the street at Tyson Wells Cellarama, same place I've been for the last 3 years. Actually, I guess this is the third year to have my own booth, but the year before that I had Joan's booth. So this will be my 4th year at Tyson Wells, Row J, booth 22. And I hope that y'all will mark your calendars and come by to all of these events. And I know it is cool. It is cool. And so I hope that y'all have also watched the videos of us being at the adult daycare Beer Bellies. Not just my video, but Frugal RV gal Jana put up a great video. Y'all get to see me dancing. I don't know why, but I do this clap thing when I'm dancing, and I really need to learn how to dance without clapping. But y'all can go watch her video and see me dancing. And I recently put this up that that's Cassandra of the Cassandra Long Band that we always go see. Oh, good. Marie, who travels, says she'll be in queue after January 6th. Marie, that's awesomeness. And she'll come by and visit. That's great. So you guys have seen this picture of Cassandra on social media, and that's her holding my book, Dominion. And Dominion features her. It is the McLean County series. And it starts with Dominion, which is about someone that ends. Oh, I don't want to give any spoilers, but it features 3 families over 3 generations. And Cassandra is introduced in the paperback on page 104 of Dominion, and she's my inspiration for that character. She has a twin sister named Alexandra, and they go by Cass and Alex in the series. And in book 2, the protagonist, the main character, is based on their mom, but of course they are in it a lot and start getting into troubles and all kinds of shenanigans and start growing up, and they're quite fun. And Cassandra and I are doing a collab on her character, and it's going to have some juicy stuff in it. And in the 3rd book, you guys, it features Alex and Cass and Seth, who is in the 1st and 2nd book as well. It features them as adults. And Cass and I are going to have lunch pretty soon, and she's going to give me a bunch of juicy stuff to include in the book. So, but look at this. This was fun. She was in the middle of singing a song, and she left the stage and came out because she realized that I needed to hear what she was hearing in her earbuds. And she's so kind and thoughtful. One of the first things that she said was, put this up to your ear gently, make sure it's not going to hurt your head, because she's aware of my brain injury. And so that's me putting it up to my head gently and listening. And she was letting me hear all of the background noises, and there's a constant beat. And it's like, I should have played around with it. It's like this. Constant. I probably just killed my phone, but constant. In addition to, it has all of the other instruments and everything, so she can hear which instrument's loud and constant while she's singing. And I was just like, oh my God, how do you sing? I didn't get to talk to her because she was in the middle of a song, and she was quickly letting me listen to that. And then she went back to singing and got back up on stage. But I just am like, how do people perform with that in their heads all the time? I had no clue, no idea. And what I was tapping out for you just now is the consistency of it, but it is loud. It sounds like you're sitting inside of to me, like a barrel, a drum, and somebody's on the outside banging on it. And she said it has to be that loud because all of them need to hear it. And so that's part of their checks before, their mic checks and everything beforehand. to make sure that it's loud enough that every one of them can hear it. And oh my God, that I just was blown away by that. So it's fun doing a collab with Cassandra on this, and I can't wait to finish the series and for you all to be able to read it. If y'all are willing, let me know if you've read Dominion on here. And that's funny, Kathy. That's funny. She says that's how they learn to not clap while singing and dancing. So have y'all seen Jana's Frugal RV Gal's video of me dancing? And also I want to know if you've read Dominion. Hi, Arthur Leslie. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. It's so nice to see you pop up. Thank you so much. So let's see. I want to hang on. I want to work on a couple of things that I want to share with you guys, and I have to go get it. I do this thing where I load the PDFs and everything ahead of time to share with you guys, but I just realized that it is limited to 10 and it won't let me add more. So I had to go and delete some, and I'm adding them back on. And can y'all hear Sammy chomping on a bone? Can y'all hear her down there chomping on a bone? Okay, Robin says yes and yes. Oh, thank you. Vicky says she didn't realize that Cassandra was my inspiration. She definitely was my inspiration for the twins. And when I was writing the book, I was struggling with, because Maggie needed children and needed more than one, but I didn't want to spread the because they're going to be in 2 and 3 and featured in book 3. I didn't want to spread them out over years. And so then I was like twins, and the first one thing that led to another. And we were at Beer Bellies last year, and I was like, there you go, Cass and Alex. Thought that Sammy was getting a big drink of water. She was. Now she's down here. I don't think y'all can see her. Listen, see if you can hear her. She is chomping away on that bone. Oh, good. Lorelai says she saw the video and it was fun. Yeah, I just got to learn to dance without clapping, and I don't know how to do that. It was so funny. I didn't even realize I did all of that. Kathy says yes, too. That's awesomeness. Anyway, I didn't realize that I did that so much until I saw Frugal's video, and it's a great video. It's a great video. So I want to take this time right now to say thank you. Being sick for 10 days, and I ran a fever for 4.5 of those days. And you guys, Robin says she has twin boys that are 32. Jana's still sneezing. I still sneeze on occasion, but we're good. No fever, no infection. We're good, but it was a long haul. Melanie says she hopes I'm at least clapping on the beat. I think so, because if you watch Frugal's video, Cassandra comes and dances with me for a little bit, and she had the same beat, and I didn't know she had that stuff going on in her head and her earbud. But it's called now I forgot what it's called, the official title for that information. I mean, for that system. But I'll know by the time I finish writing the book. That's for sure. So anyway, thank you all for the well wishes for both Frugal and I. And also, I received some gifts that I want to acknowledge. Kathy Decree, you have been so supportive over the years, and thank you for your wonderful gift that you sent. And just so many people, and of course it's the holiday time of year. My cousins sent us some Christmas gifts that they said we can't open till Christmas morning. And to me, it's just, I think more love gets spread around this time of year. And I really felt that and received that, and want to say thank you. And this is a hummingbird feeder that Richard Albert sent us before we got out here, but I just got them hung, and there's 2 of them. And I just got them hung, and that's one of them. It's so pretty, and we already have hummingbirds, and so that's special. So I get to see the love all the time. And I don't know about you guys, but I love birds. I've told you before that my backyard at my Sticks and Bricks that I owned outside of Austin, in-ear monitors. Yes, in-ear monitors. IEM. That's exactly what they are. Gypsy Minstrels. Thank you. See, oh, good, Vicky Van Gogh. Okay, so we sent Jessie something, and she said she's saving her package until Christmas morning. That's so sweet. We love Jess. Jess is Lola's daughter, lost on land again. So thank you for letting us know that, Vicky. I hope she likes it all that we included in there. And so my backyard at my Sticks and Bricks I think now I'm losing track, but I think I was only 7 species away from getting certified as a backyard wildlife habitat. And you have to do it over a minimum of 3 years, and you have to do a lot of reporting and recording, and they come out and they do a lot of verifying. And so, yes, Richard, they are bringing in not just the hummingbirds, but that's what I was going to say. Once I hung these hummingbird feeders up, y'all can't see that bird hardly at all because of the bad picture, because I took it through my window, but I didn't have any other kind of birds around here. Well, that's not true. We had doves and the ravens, but I mean, as far as songbirds, and y'all can't tell, but this bird, he's big, and he has a lemon yellow belly. Now, it doesn't show up much on this screen, but also this guy is, I believe this is a yellow finch, because of the striping and the yellow that's its neck. And I know they're not good pictures, but like I said, that they were taken through my window. And it's just been so wonderful to see the songbirds and the different birds coming around and to these feeders. So thanks again, Richard and Kathy and everybody. That has just been so wonderful to us. We really appreciate it. Now, right by y'all, I just showed you that hummingbird feeder. Let me show you again. Right at the base of this tree, I shared with my KOKO Fam about this guy right at the base of that tree where the hummingbird feeder is. And that's him him or her. I don't know whether it's male or female, but that is him looking at me because I moved the curtain to try to take a picture. And I got a little bit of a clip, but right in camp and Bandit was outside on lead, and he went across the wash and kept going and went down. I watched him all the way. And as soon as he went down in the wash, I went out and grabbed Bandit's lead and brought him in, and then picked my phone back up and got him across the wash. That's when I was able to get the video. But if you're new to Quartzsite, and I know a lot of people don't agree with me, but I feel very strongly that dogs should be on leads. You guys know that we've been attacked in our own camp by loose dogs, that people were out walking and their dogs just kind of left the trail and came up and attacked our dogs. And that's right, Lori. That's what I said in my post to the KOKO Fam, is that they're not afraid. They're not vicious. They're not normally malicious, but I've had some run-ins with some coyotes out here, and I'm going to do a video and share about that. And yes, now that the snowbirds move in, they need to find a quiet place. But that's just it, Vicky. They don't go find a quiet place. They are like, ooh, food, and they will come around, and they're opportunistic. And I'm dying. It's so hot. Hang on, guys. I am dying. Anyway, sorry. I don't want to open that because it'll mess up the lighting, but oh my gosh. I put a fan on Sammy because she was in the back of the RV earlier, and I should have grabbed my own fan. Will you see if there's one, or just open that? Let me grab one. I know right where it is. There. Okay. Oh, you'd think I'm having hot flashes. Trust me, I'm way past that. All right, I got to figure out how to work this one. Hang on. There we go. That feels really good. Sorry if it's loud, but I got to have some air. Yes, they are tricksters. What in the video that I'm going to make, I'm going to share with you different calls that they do. I mean, and they're gorgeous. I love them. I love all wildlife. This is not a fear mongering, bashing coyotes or foxes or anything else. But they do mimic. They will mimic birds. They will mimic dogs. They can even mimic cats, and I will put that in my video and show people. So you know, they I'll probably get bashed for this too, but they're a lot like humans. They're all different. Lori's sharing about one that was aggressive, and you know, and Gypsy Minstrels is right too, that they can be tricksters, and you know, they were here long before us. That's true. And I mean, you know, who wasn't or what wasn't, but that doesn't mean that it's okay for them to be aggressive or yes, the desert is a humbling place for humans because everything wants to sting, bite, burn, stick. You got to be real careful. But I think what I'm trying to say is that every one of them are just as different as we are as Homo sapiens. There are some that are even trickier than others. There are some that are stealthy. There are some that are that will get away from people. There are some that don't care. There are some that'll come right up to you and try to take your food off your plate. They're just like humans. They're none of them are alike, and just like we are all different and behave different socially, so do they. And yes, Marie, who travels, she says honestly she's more afraid of humans than wildlife. You just got to be, you got to give them the respect that they deserve for the environment that is theirs to control. And I just don't agree with people that let their dogs run loose. I have before, it just around here in camp, I have let Bandit off to play fetch with him, or and that's not to say that I might not at some point do that, but I saw another one today, and it wasn't that one because, as you can tell, that one's big. That's why I think that one was probably a male. That one's big and he's broad-shouldered, and the females tend to be longer, leaner, and lankier. And I saw one today that I'm pretty sure was female. Certainly wasn't this one. And I actually think that I lost a patron because of my post saying that I disagree with people that let their dogs run loose off leash. Just like I disagree with people that won't get their animals fixed because they're into leaving them as nature intended and all of that. So I don't want to get on a more of a rant about it than I have. I just want to say that also a friend of mine, and I shared this with the KOKO Fam, she has had dogs her whole life. She trains them. She has, and it's always Dobermans, and they sit on command, hand command. Her dogs are impeccably trained and controlled, and voice commands as well as hand signals. And just day before yesterday, they were in a park and walking, and her two dogs were by her side like they always are. And one of them, still unknown for no apparent reason, took off running, went into the park, across the park, and out of the park and into the street on the other side before she could catch up with him. And he didn't listen, and he got hit by a car, and she lost her beloved animal. And they are, I don't care how much control you think you have of them, you just don't, and you never know. And out here, you know, it's warm enough, snakes are still going to possibly be out. And if they're 10, 15, 20, 30 feet ahead of you or more, I see people that are just letting them go a football field length ahead of them. there's no way that you can help them when they get into surroundings that are going to hurt them. So anyway, I just wanted to share that it's a clear and present danger, and they're. I don't agree that, there are people that are like, they just all need to be killed and all of that silly nonsense. I don't agree with that either. But, respect your surroundings, and like Vicky Van Gogh is saying, be aware of your surroundings and take care of your pets. They're animals, but so are we. We're Homo sapiens, but we're still in the animal kingdom. That's the biologist coming out in me, and so I'll let that go. And yes, there's rules. There are very few places that there's not a leash law. People don't care, and they I don't get it, and it doesn't matter. I just wanted to share why we keep our animals on leash, and I'm not taking any more chances, even just here in camp with Bandit. Plus, Bandit, if he sees a rabbit or a coyote or anything, he's probably going to want to run after it, and either aggressively, because Bandit is Bandit, or just to go play. I mean, he tried to play with a lizard in my cousin's backyard, which was fenced, and he was off leash, but he kept trying to play with a lizard, and he couldn't understand why the lizard kept running up the fence. And yes, they are a very critical part of the food chain. Hi, Debbie. Good to see you. I sent you an email. I hope you got it. So, enough of that. Let me look at my title. Happy Holidays, Major Events I've already covered. Well-being, losses, that was part of the losses that I wanted to share with you. And I know I've had lots of friends out here that have lost their animals, that out here on the road, not just in the city like my dear friend, but out here on the road. And every single time they were off lead. I don't know of anyone that has lost their animal that had them on lead and was supervised. So there's that as well. So that was the losses. Well-being and gratitude. Let's go to something like that. This will sound. I want to share a little bit about what I've been grappling with this week, and I don't know if it's the holidays, and of course, holidays are hard for some people, even if they love them as much as I do. But I don't know what it is, but I have been grappling with the fact that I've rounded the corner headed to 70. There's no getting around that. And I'm very grateful for that, because the alternative wasn't looking too good for me. So I'm really, really, really grateful that I've rounded the corner and am headed to 70. And in that too, I have had to face that, this life didn't turn out like I thought it would. When I was a teenager, my mother, some of the angriest that she ever used to get with me was when I would say I wanted kids, but no husband. Back then, that was a no-no. Today, it's like, people are like, okay, how are you going to do it? In vitro, IVF, adoption? What are you going to do? Nobody bats an eye really at it. But back then it was heresy, and I would embarrass my mother to death, because when you're a teenager, people, I don't know why, I don't know if they do it anymore, but they would be like, what do you want to be when you grow up, and or when you graduate high school or college, or and how many kids do you want, and when are you going to get married? And I would always say, I don't want to get married. I just want kids. And so here I am with neither. And I also always wanted a home, and I have a beautiful home. I mean, look at my home. I have a beautiful home, but it isn't the traditional home that since I was like 5 or 6 years old that I thought I wanted. And I am, because Arthur says he already rounded that corner, Deb, no big deal. I agree, Arthur. And this is for you. Okay, Larla, we'll see you later. Oh, good, your kiddo gets home. That's awesomeness. Merry Christmas to you too. And I don't know why I'm yelling at her, because she said she was leaving, so I'm yelling at her. Gypsy Minstrel's second year Christmas Without Your Wife, who was a huge Christmas nut, and I get that, and I love that on your avatar. It's still the two of you, and you know, it's the holidays are different for everybody, and it doesn't matter whether you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever your heart space might be. The holidays are different for everybody. And a wise person recently told me that that's when you have to double down on the gratitude, when the regrets are nipping at your butt, you know, and when you're looking at what you didn't get, and most likely what I'm going to go to my grave and never have, that's when it's time to double down on the gratitude. That's when it's time to realize that there's that old axiom of there's always someone better off than you, and there's always someone worse off than you, and there's always someone having a harder time than you, and there's always someone that's happier than you. None of that matters. You have to deal with the losses, and you have to find your own way to stay in well-being and stay in gratitude. And I'm always about that. My big mantra is KOKO NMW ODAT. Keep on keeping on, no matter what, one day at a time. And I just wanted to share that it's not, even though I believe in that wholeheartedly, and I fight to stay positive and grateful, and I am positive and grateful. And there are times when I'm just like, holy crap, I can't believe this is my life. I can't believe that I can't afford whatever it might be. Literally a new pair of shoes, literally groceries. But what? There's a ton of Americans, there's a ton of people worldwide that can say that. And it's just, in the big scheme of things, it just doesn't matter. And this is the Friday before Christmas and before the beginning of Hanukkah. And there's a ton of other holidays worldwide. And I just wanted to take a moment and just say, if you're battling something, because I will tell you, I could take that road of looking at the losses and looking at the regrets all the way into depression and tailspin. And there was a time in my life when I didn't even want to live anymore. And I could ride that horse into the dark kingdom faster and bigger and harder than just about anybody. And I don't let myself do that. And so I just want to say that if any of that is going on with you, do whatever you need to do. Talk to whoever you need to talk to. Hold on to your faith harder. Whatever you need to do to dog for your needs, to keep on keeping on, no matter what, one day at a time. And I might sound like a broken record, but it's true. Is my dog growling at you? He has a hurt leg, and we don't know why. I think he jumped out of the rig and landed on a rock or something, and I need to get a rug outside my door. That always helps him. But I warned Jana when she came over. I said, man, it's a little cranky.
Right back leg. That's only lifting it up over there.
Oh, it's right back leg instead of front.
This one?
Yeah, you be careful. She's back here poking on it. Anyway, yes, hugs to Gypsy Minstrels and anyone else that is you're going to let him out. Thank you. Anyone else that might be just facing some things. I always, of course, miss my son this time of year, just like Gypsy Minstrels misses his wife, and my poor friend. She is going through some hard times like you wouldn't believe, and then this happened to her dog right in front of her, and I really am worried that she is going to get to that point where she doesn't want to keep going. And and think of that's another thing. Vicki Van Gogh is right. Trying to be kind to all she passes, because you never know what they're going through. And that's another good way to get out of yourself, is start focusing on how you can bless other people. And but Oh, thank you for sharing that, Chris. Prayers for Tommy and Kathy DeCree sending positive thoughts your way too. Speaking of rugs, did you find any rugs? No, Cheryl, I still haven't. While I was sick, there's a tent here in Quartzsite that usually opens up in December sometime, and they have Kokopelli rugs, and they're the only people that I've ever seen that anywhere that carries Kokopelli rugs. I have Googled Amazon, Etsy, everywhere I can think of. I don't know where they get their rugs, but they haven't opened, that tent hasn't opened up, at least the only time we've been in town recently. That tent hasn't opened up, and I keep forgetting to call Kim, the owner of Tyson Wells, and ask him about it. And but my friends were in town, and I'm like, can y'all go by and see if the tent has the rugs? And they couldn't even find the tent. Well, it turns out it wasn't open yet. I felt so bad talking about sending somebody on a wild goose chase. Yes, Christine, losses this time. That's why I have it in my title. Losses this time of year are especially hard. And Mel Dark Deer is correct, Melanie. Sometimes self-care means setting boundaries and not pushing yourself into uncomfortable situations. That is true too. So, anything you guys, any questions you have for me or anything? It's going to be a short FNL otherwise, because I've already covered everything that I wanted to share. I really appreciate how you all send love and care to each other on the FNL. You guys are just the bomb around that. Arthur, you've been a blessing to me. And he says, you and Jana have been a blessing to me, even though we've never physically met. You have been with me a very long time, Arthur. I think almost from the beginning in 2016, if not 2017. And I really appreciate you. And yes, Megan lost her husband here a while back and is dealing with that. And you know, it's just, it comes up this time of year. And I have been dealing with the losses and regrets, and just knowing that it's a done deal at this time in my life. What it is what it is. And so Melanie's asking, how is Phoenix doing? Has anyone in Quartzsite been able to look at her? Phoenix is doing still the same, but I have decided not to spend any more money on her until I can get back into the northern New Mexico mountains and have the original mechanic that installed the carburetor look at her. So I'm that's the decision I've made on her. And again, it's one of those things. It is what it is. This isn't the life I thought I would have, but it's a pretty dang good one. And I'm very happy, and I'm very blessed with a lot of things, including Frugal RV Gal and Bandit and Sammy and my home, and just in my books and my readers and my viewers and my KOKO Fam. I've got so much to be grateful for. And I think if you'll go make your gratitude list, you'll find that you do too. Robin, I'm sorry to hear that you had a rough day, but whatever it takes for you to feel better, that's what you need to do. And so I just want to send you guys off with love and tell you, whatever holiday you are celebrating, that I hope that you can do it in bright light, love, and joy. And if you're struggling, find a way to spread some love to somebody else, and I promise it will help. And if you're sick, hang in there. I'm so glad to be past whatever that was, I tell you. Anyway, everybody, I'm rambling now. And hi, Desert Deb. I'm rambling now, and I just wanted to say to everyone, happy holidays. I love you, and we'll see you next week on the FNL. And if you can join us that day earlier at Gringo's, let me put that back. Oh, I took it out. I don't have it in here anymore. But anyway, if you can join us at Gringo's at the FNL. I don't even know what I'm saying. At the effing burrito place. That is really not what I was going to say, I promise. But that is kind of what came out. But let me try this again. If you can come to Gringo's on the 27th It is on Q Street, but I'll be putting that up on social media and everything coming up. And of course, KOKO Fam, y'all already have it. And I hope that you guys can come join us. It's called Gringos, and it's between K&B and the game store. And then also, please, 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 please come by and say hi to us if you're in the area between January 17th and 26th. That's my biggest event of the year. No, other than KOKO Fest, which this year was my last one. And I haven't even done that video, because you know why I haven't done it? I haven't done that video because it's hard to look at the clips, and because it's bittersweet knowing that it's my last one, and I need to get over that, and I need to just get the video done so that everybody else can enjoy it as well. And I will do that. All right, everybody, I'm done rambling. We'll see you down the road. Keep on keeping on.